The battle of the superpowers, and we're not talking those nonsense American Chinese armed struggles, but rather real powerhouses. Meta introducing its own Twitter, meet Threads. Digital marketing expert Lilach Bullock is now here in studio with us. Is it a Zuckerberg declaration of war on Musk? So before we get to the juicy part, Lilach, thank you very much for joining us. Let's get to it. What is Threads? More of the same, or something completely different? Social media revolution.
So Threads, they've basically cloned Twitter. Exactly the same. I think the user face is better. In fact, I prefer the user face, but it is a copycat.
Really? So
Totally.
All this fuss for yet another Twitter?
Yes, but it's different because it's housed on Instagram, which means that all the users who are using Instagram, we have to remember that Instagram has 2.85 billion active users, whereas Twitter only has 400 million users.
So theoretically speaking, if I understand correctly, the mechanism, every Instagram user, theoretically speaking, now has access to a Threads account.
In theory, it's really simple to migrate over. You literally push a couple of buttons, and within seconds, you have your Thread account. And it has just gone like wildfire. I think last time I checked, we were at over 20 million users.
In a few hours, we're talking less than a day.
In a few hours. I've never seen anything like this. It's gone crazy.
So the hype is raging, and yet there's a big gap between, you know, a successful launch and actually maintaining long-term, long-lasting success.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's early days. Right now, there's a lot of hype. People are excited. People are frustrated with Twitter. You know, Elon has annoyed a lot of its users. It's put paywall.
We're personal, first name basis now, Elon. Yeah.
He's annoyed me. He took away my blue tick and it annoyed me.
Rightfully so, it is annoying. Yeah. So before we talk about Musk, which in fact is to an extent the essence of the story here, Meta is, you know, a plate full of troubles. No other way to put it. From regulatory issues to the issues of privacy and fake news, the handling or mishandling of it. Bottom line, will Threads be enough to help Meta snap back from it?
So I actually think it could be. It's the first, I didn't think it would be, but seeing the initial rush, people using it, having a play with it today, the interface, it's really quite joyful to use. And also it's really nice to be able to connect with other people. The big question will come when we learn more about how the algorithm works. Right now, we don't know how that's going to work. So everyone's having fun and you know, and replying to everyone.
It's a new toy.
It's a new toy. I don't think it's going to go down the route of Clubhouse. You know, that just came and took over and it just died very quickly. I think, you know, it has the power behind it. And clearly, Mark Zuckerberg is very competitive and wants to beat Elon, and I think he's winning right now.
Okay, so let's cut to the chase, to the meat. Zuckerberg versus Musk. First of all, what is Musk saying? I'm sure he has some snarky comment on this launch, and also, is this war between them good or bad for us plebeians?
So they're great questions. So right now, Elon is laughing and he's joking and he's put little funny jokes about, you know, they've copied him.
You cannot be me.
Yeah, totally. But inside, he must be seething. I mean, it's a better user face. Millions have flocked to it. And it's also going to attract the younger crowd as well because they're already on Instagram. So Meta's really onto something. Twitter's been dying a death. He's made so many changes which people don't like. I'm not as active on Twitter, and I used to be incredibly active. So I think, you know, I think he's losing right now. But let's see, maybe the beauty of all this is it's the users who are going to win. Because right now there's no ads on Threads, and right now the algorithms are going to play to us because they want us to use it. I think in a few months...
But it's a honey trap. It's not our first rodeo, right?
Yeah, we're savvy. People are much more savvy now. But I think time will tell, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. I think he's onto something, finally.
But are we nearing the point where we'll be post social media, or is social media just here to stay? You know, like people not reading as much newspaper as they did before, but still, you get a newspaper to your home, right? It's still here.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are very frustrated with social media, the algorithms, everything's become pay to play, particularly for business owners. It's a hard time, and then we've also got the whole mental health challenges which come with...
Bottom line, we're trapped. We're trapped in the social media web. Okay.
For now.
Yeah, well, for now. For now.
Hey, I see you liked it. Want more? Just hit the subscribe button right here. Go on. I know you want to.